Keeping your stuff clean and running well is very economical and frugal. It saves you a lot of money because you don't have to replace things. And it's so easy to do. It just takes a very small amount of effort. Really, it's just knowing how. Today, I'm going to show you how to take apart your window air conditioner, clean it, put it back together. This will make it run ice cold and save you money. Let's go.
I'm Becky. I used to live in the consumer rat race just like you. But one day I had enough, so I sold it all, moved to the country, and built my own log cabin with my own two hands. Now I spend my time discovering new ways to live a simple, healthy lifestyle with more free time and way less stress. Then sharing what I've learned with you. Welcome to Becky's Homestead.
Today, we are going to take apart this window air conditioner right down to the core. That way we can thoroughly clean it and get it running at its absolute best. This will save you money in the hot summer and also keep you much cooler. Let's get started. I'm going to show you the things you'll need. Step one, you take your little unit out of the window and bring it outside, and you have to put it on a table somewhere in the yard where you can reach it by a hose. You need a nozzle for your hose. Second, you're going to need a little spray bottle. Fill it up with warm water and put 3 to 4 drops of Dawn dish detergent in the little spray bottle. And then the next thing you're going to need is a Phillips screwdriver. It's literally that simple. You're going to remove the little air filter right here. I put that down and then I spray it with the soap and water solution in the little spray bottle. And then you let that soak. Next, I'm going to remove these fins so we can get them out of the way. I'll be taking the whole unit apart so we can see the inside. So the key with these little screws is you don't want to lose them. So I put them in my pocket. Just take those out, which they shouldn't be that tight. It's very easy. And then this comes off. These slide up. On some units, the fin stays attached to the air conditioner. So depending on what kind you have, it doesn't matter. The metal part will come off, just the fin will be attached. Or if you have an air conditioner like this, it'll just slide up and the entire thing will come off. And we're gonna spray these with the soap water. And we let them soak. And this gets them so clean. You wouldn't think it would, but it does. We're gonna let this soak while we're taking it apart. All right, so then we just leave that there. The next step is we're going to take this back case off. So what we're going to do is take these side screws out. This whole back cover is going to come off. All right, this one's really screwed together good. And then these last two on the top. I forgot a screw up here in the front corner. Gotta make sure you get all the screws out. One more up here. All right, now we're just gonna take the covers off. You might need a flat screwdriver so you can wedge it in here to just get this off the clip. There's like little clips like that. It doesn't take much, so be careful. Just very carefully. Do that on both sides and you'll get this front part loose. And then be careful because you're pulling it off the knobs. Whoops, the knobs come off too. And we're going to spray it. And you can see how it's very, very dirty. This is going to look like new. All right, then we just let that sit. Now we're going to take this back panel off. Be very careful when you take it off. You don't want to snag anything. And we're going to spray it. It's very dirty. Okay, so I'm done spraying that. You don't think that looks very filthy, but those fins are actually blue, not black. So then I'm going to spray this with the water. Don't worry, you're not going to be like, oh, isn't there some electrical part that's going to get wet? No. The inside of an air conditioner is wet anyway. And then down here, there's a little wheel that's absolutely filthy and clogged. I'm going to slowly spin that and spray it. You can see all this dirt and leaves, all this back here. We're going to blow all that out with the hose. I'm going to do the same with the fan. Just twirl that and get it good and wet. So basically just spray, spray, spray. And then you're going to let it soak. Then you're going to do the same thing to this aluminum back panel. And after you spray it, you just have to let it soak. So while that's soaking, I'm going to get the hose and we're going to spray these pieces off while that piece is soaking. So basically you just turn the hose on, you need a nozzle, and you're just going to blast it off. So it makes a little bit of bubbles, but you don't want too many bubbles. And try to get all the soap out of it. That's why you don't make the water too soapy, because you don't want to have too many bubbles at the end. Okay, I'm going to grab a brush that I have. And some of it won't come off. It's just like almost stained the plastic, but you would be surprised how much of it does come off. Sometimes if a piece is really dirty, I'll spray it twice and let it soak so it comes even cleaner. Like this top part will come nice and clean. You can see in the vents there how dirty those are, and you just take your brush, loosen all that up a bit and get it in there. So I do it that way. Then I turn it over and get this side of the vents. Alrighty. And while I'm waiting on this, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to spray this a second time so it can soak even better. Especially this front grill right here. This is the part that the air goes through first, after it goes through the little filter. There we go. All right. That's good for the second spray. Now I'm going to come back over here and I'm going to work on this piece. This is the last side of this panel. As you can see, it's really dirty, but it all comes off. This air conditioner is going to look like new when we're done, and most importantly, it's going to run like new. Look, it came out really clean, surprisingly clean. Last but not least, I'm going to do these side panels. Okay, here's the first panel, all clean. I'm going to start on number 2. That's before, that's after. Okay, all these pieces are clean. Now we're going to tackle the big unit. You have to scoot it to the end of the table because I'm going to be tipping it. So I'm going to move it down here. I'm going to come over here and clean this front panel, and you're going to see how filthy it is. So let me just start by blasting it. And you'll see all the black dirt come off, and it's a blue panel. This is more important than cleaning those little bits and pieces I showed you over there. All right, I'm going to brush this now very gently. Get the rest of that off there. Okay, that's pretty good. So I'm going to start washing other pieces now in here. This whole piece is styrofoam, so you don't want to crack that or ruin it. All right, I'm going to brush the hamster wheel part a little better, and then this thing is filthy. And look how blue and clean the fan is. Taking good care of your stuff is very frugal and economical because it works good continuously for years and years. It saves you money because you don't have to replace it, which saves you money. And it works like new. So it's so worth the effort just to take good care of all your stuff and keep it clean. This is the hardest part of the whole procedure, is you have to tip it and spray it. It's very awkward to tip it. It's heavy, but it's also kind of wiggly without the, frame around it. Make sure you get everything out of the back and bottom, because what that does is it makes sure your air conditioner drains and drips outside properly. If it's all clogged up back there, it might drip into the house because it backs up, or it might drip down your house. You don't want either one of those situations. Oh well. Okay, we're all done with all the cleaning. Now we have to leave it sit outside for 2 hours and let it dry. It's all clean. It's been sitting for about 2 hours, and now we're going to put it back together. All right, we're going to start with this back piece right here. This goes over the top. You have to remember how it went back together. This is for the vents, the accordion vents that pull in and out. So very carefully put it on there, though. You don't want to bend or damage anything. Now I'm just going to put a couple screws in just to hold it in place before we put the front panel on. So I'm going to get that up there like that. Clip it in there. Clip that on there. You can kind of snaps into place. There we go. And then we're going to put the screw right here that holds that in. But the screws are short. It's so easy to screw the screws in and take them out. It's so easy. Now we put the 6 screws in the back. Alrighty, I think I have one more right there. So the next thing we're gonna do is put the top cover back on. Okay. Let me see, it goes right there. And this is gonna be all worth your effort because it's gonna run so cold and so awesome. This has a little part on the inside that's hard plastic. Just gently slide it back in there. It's so easy. There, it is actually very easy. And then you put it back in there, and then you put these in, so when you take it to the house, you can put it in the window. Last but not least is this little filter. You insert that back in there. This is a very clean air conditioner that is going to put out some ice cold air. And if I'm not mistaken, that one was on 7. Yep. There you go. Push those in where they belong. Ta-da! Done. Okay, here we are. It's all put together and ready to go back into the window. Keeping your stuff in good working order helps everything you have last longer, run efficiently, and in the end saves your money. It's a win-win situation. It's always worth taking good care of the things you have.
Sign up for Becky's Homestead newsletter. Go to beckysHomestead.com and sign up on the right. You'll get articles, news, and specials from Becky every month. Unsubscribe anytime, no spam. If you like this video, please click the like button. It really does help us a lot. And if you want to find out every time we post a new video, click the subscribe button.
Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or suggestions, please email me and Doodles. Happy homesteading. Bye-bye.